Can Ripple beat the SEC? When will Ripple present new arguments in its defense? How much will XRP cost after the trial ends? We will answer these questions in today's video. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel and we're getting started. David Schwartz, the Chief Technical Officer of Ripple, has changed his Twitter profile image to a photo with a message. The context and the term Ripple at the top indicate that it refers to the SEC's action against Ripple. Members in the crypto world are speculating on what Schwartz may imply and if there are any indications on the case's conclusion. When a scrappy financial startup takes on a web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learn that the cost of disrupting the status quo is higher than they could have imagined, forcing them to choose between their vision and their survival, says the message on the profile picture. Several crypto aficionados on Twitter have reposted and commented on screenshots of this message, as they attempt to figure out what the C2 of Ripple and co-creator of XRP Ledger possibly mean. They do, however, agree that this is most likely a legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which has been ongoing since late December 2020. Many members of the XRP army started tweeting their support for Schwartz, EO Brad Garlinghouse, and other Ripple executives who are working with the legal team to win the lawsuit and preserve the crypto sector from SIA control. As many crypto fans think, the SEC seems to be attempting to declare digital assets as securities and regulate them using securities law going back to the very analog early 20th century. The Twitter account Ashley Prosperone thought that the objective of Schwartz's tweet is that Ripple may have to sacrifice their goal for the firm in order to exist as a corporation, i.e. just persuade the SEC to recognize XRP as a non-security, as Bitcoin and Ethereum do. John Deaton, the creator of crypto law, U.S. and an outspoken defender of Ripple against the SEC, has revealed what he thinks is the primary condition on which the fintech startup will agree to settle with the SEC. According to his latest Twitter thread, this is if the SEC signs a document stating that XRP is not a security, including current and future sales, as well as secondary market archer sales by any person or company such as cryptocurrency exchanges. He feels that 1010 attorneys advise settlement in this matter. Deaton believes Ripple would refuse to compromise because it would battle for all of cryptocurrency. He believes Ripple will have to settle because it serves as a fiduciary to its owners. Ripple would be in litigation for a decade if they turned down a chance to settle the case and lost. Maybe not what Brad Garlinghouse had in mind when he joined Ripple Labs as C. in 2015 is to become a pivotal character in one of the largest legal disputes in the history of Bitcoin. Garlinghouse has extensive business experience and is no stranger to tussling with authorities. Hutchinson, Kansas, is where Brad Garlinghouse spent his formative years. Garlinghouse cites his childhood in a tiny town in the Midwest of the United States, where he learned the importance of family and community. Garlinghouse, a college student who was eager to build his resume, interned at various prestigious companies throughout his time at university. Garlinghouse started his successful financial career as an analyst at J.P. Morgan after earning his MBA from Harvard Business School. At this time, Garlinghouse was exposed to some of the most influential people and organizations in the business world, including those on Wall Street and at the World Economic Forum. Despite his many contributions to Yahoo, Tim Garlinghouse will always be known for writing the Peanut Butter Manifesto. This now famous internal Yahoo document critiqued the company's methods and called for more productivity. Everyone in the financial technology sector read the memo. Prior to entering the blockchain and digital asset industries, Brad Garlinghouse worked as an investor with Silver Lake Partners. To fulfill his role as managing director, Garlinghouse researched companies including Dell MC, Airbnb, and Alibaba Group for possible investment. It was at this time that Garlinghouse served as a senior executive at Hightail in addition to his other responsibilities there. By renaming Usendit to Hightail, Garlinghouse made sure the firm kept its promise to serve its global client lead with innovative productivity solutions. Hundreds of financial institutions across the globe already utilize the Ripple network to make instantaneous international money transfers. Throughout this period, XRP has surpassed other altcoins like Ethereum and Cardano in market capitalization, making it one of the biggest cryptocurrencies on the blockchain. Garlinghouse has often discussed the present state of banking rules and cybersecurity challenges, highlighting blockchain as a possible solution. Because of his outspoken views, the SEC now considers him a potential target in their continuing battle against cryptocurrency. The SEC's complaint against Ripple Labs casts a pall on the CEO's tenure as head of the blockchain company. The action seeks to clarify the SEC's position on the status of the XRP cryptocurrency. According to the SEC, the XRP coin is a security, although Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple Labs see it as a money. Damage to Ripple Labs and XRP from the litigation has been extensive, with the currency being delisted from major trading platforms like Coinbase. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt have clouded XRP's future, reducing its trading liquidity and preventing it from reaping the full benefits of previous bull markets in the first part of 2020. 3. We should get a definitive verdict on this matter. The SEC isn't stopping there with its onslaught on the blockchain and cryptocurrency sector. Kraken was fined $30 million by the SEC in February 2023 because of issues with their staking offering. According to attorney John E. Deaton, the only success the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is likely to claim in its lawsuit against Ripple is that the blockchain payments business offered XRP as a security from 2013 to 2017 to 2017. In a long Twitter thread yesterday, the lawyer representing over 75,000 XRP investors, as a friend of the court in the matter, explains his argument. Deaton says in the thread that the market regulator failed to perform a particular Howey analysis by naming transactions that resembled securities offers. Instead, he claims the market regulator is attempting to employ the equivalent of a but for tests to declare that all XRP sales are security. The SEC's argument, according to Deaton, is that since Ripple made an attempt to assist develop a secondary market for XRP, all XRP constituted securities regardless of the circumstances of the transaction. This is based on an allegation made by the SEC in its summary judgment request, according to the lawyer. Defendants do not dispute that they offered and sold XRP in return for money, which suffices to show the investment of money's component of the Howey test. According to the SEC, defendants' remarks and activities about XRP Delhi demonstrate the other components of the Howey test. In tort and criminal proceedings, the but for test is widely used to establish guilt by demonstrating that an outcome is the consequence of a party's behavior and would not be the case if the party had behaved differently. Moreover, Deaton claims that the SEC places disproportionate emphasis on the token XRP in order to avoid a true Howey examination. According to the lawyer, the market regulator contends that XRP reflects both the investment contract and the joint venture. The lawyer objects, pointing out that this is not how Howey is used, since the conditions of the transaction normally decide whether an offering is an investment contract. Remember that Deaton has often said that the underlying asset of an investment contract cannot serve as a security on its own. Significantly, according to the attorney, he persuaded the court in the Lulbury case of this, compelling the SEC to agree to it on the record. As a result, the attorney feels that the SEC may have had a simple and winning case if they had undertaken a comprehensive Howey analysis informed by the facts of the sale, which would have narrowed things down to particular transactions rather than all XRP sales, as it presently maintained. This is why I suggested the SEC may have grabbed defeat from the mouths of victory, Deaton commented in the thread, noting that the SEC's allegations in the Ripple case are arguably the largest and most far-reaching the agency has made in any enforcement action. Since both sides have filed all needed documents in the case and await a court decision, speculation about potential outcomes has dominated talks. Deaton has said that a jury trial is most probable